Well, hello there, motherfuckers. I wanted to talk about this Ricochet Will Ospreay match. This has been, the center of a lot of controversy here in the YWC and the entire IWC. So basically, what we have here is this is a match that happened in Japan, which you talk to anybody here in the YWC, and that's where the best wrestling is. And I'm not saying that good wrestling doesn't take place there. Um, so anyway, this match, what the guys did in it, the acrobatics, they're crazy, they're amazing. Um, I've seen the match, impressive match, impressive display of athletics. But of course, once again, the funny thing is Ricochet and and fucking Will Ospreay, they're from my generation, the millennials, the entitled generation. So they've got to fucking I'm putting on my socks here as I do this video. Anyway, this is what you'd come to expect from the entitled generation. They're really cocky. Vader gets on Twitter, says he doesn't like the match, and the guy brings up a good point. Wrestling has kind of gotten out of control with the acrobatics as of late. There's too many guys getting pushes, even in WWE. Too many people doing somersault planches and stuff. And we see so many of these moves that we don't even appreciate them when we see them. Just, especially because Ryback was in a position where he even had to do, I guess they forced him into doing more high flying moves. So even on Raw during like the 6-man tag, Xavier Woods does a beautiful somersault plancha onto the outside. Now, AJ Styles does this move. Sami Zayn does this move. Neville does this move. Everybody under the fucking sun, everybody in their mama does this fucking move. So I see the move and I keep living life basically. It's like it doesn't affect me. I keep watching the match and don't really bat an eye. You just kind of expect these moves to occur. Vader brings up a good point. Matches don't really tell a story anymore. People like to lie and say that a match tells a story, but they don't even know what that fucking means. Just like they don't even know what it means, to be a good worker. They don't know what any of these terms actually mean. A lot of them just think that being a good worker means that, you put on good matches. I think they're confusing it with workhorse maybe. But anyway, so did I think that this match was good? Well, I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was one of the best ever. It's not in my top 10, not in my top 20, probably not even my top 50. But it was an impressive match, and it shows that, wrestlers are capable of performing some amazing moves. He didn't really sell anything in this match, but, then again, that's what Vader's talking about when he says not telling a story. People forgot what it means to have a realistic match. I mean, that's the thing, when you think about a fight, like, not everybody's going to be flipping around like this. Now, they're probably a little bit more used to that style in Japan, but then again, Japan used to be more about a hard-hitting style, a stiff style, so, I guess kind of the Mexican style of wrestling kind of got fused into the Japanese style, and we kind of have, what we're looking at here now. But anyway, what I'm going to say is these guys are a bunch of punks. And the way how they reacted to the criticism towards their match, they were just acting like a bunch of fucking babies, basically, on Twitter. Making fun of Vader with the Vader time and the Vader bomb. It's just, something. It's like Vader is a guy this is a guy who's paid his dues. He's been through some crazy ass matches all around the world. The guy's even wrestled in Japan, for God's sakes. You know, the guy was in Japan long before those guys were there. He had dominated Japan long before those guys were there. Or, you know, probably even before they were fucking born, to be more exact. So, you know, to talk about a legend like that, to treat a legend like that, these guys have no fucking respect. You know, here's a legend offering some criticism towards the match. You know, he says that it's typical, and he's right. This is a pretty typical match. You could see this match anytime in Ring of Honor, the style of match. Maybe you can make the argument, and I will say this was a bit more advanced even than most Ring of Honor guys. These are some talented guys. You know, there's guys out there, you know, for example, Vader couldn't even dream of performing many of those moves. You know, guys, you know, even smaller than Vader couldn't even dream of performing a lot of those moves. But, you know, people seem to tend to forget that, you know, wrestling used to be a little bit more than just performing these awe-inspiring moves. You know, it used to be about a lot more than that, like the pageantry, the fucking characters, the charisma. So you'd actually get into a match. You know, you look at Ricochet and Will Ospreay, and you know, you don't really see these guys as the future of the fucking business. Just saying. You know, that I'm playing devil's advocate here. You know, maybe Vader is, you know, as they tried to make him out to be, this, you know, that he's butthurt, and that, you know, this is what people are going to say in the YWC because they have no respect for anybody as well. Just like Ricochet and Will Ospreay, you know, they have no fucking respect. So they're just going to be like, oh, Vader's washed up. He's a has-been. He's just upset with these guys. You know, come on, guys. It's like, it's a little bit fucking disgusting. Vader, if it wasn't for Vader, these guys wouldn't even be where they were. There probably wouldn't even be New Japan anymore. Vader was a big, huge draw. He was a big monster over there. And, you know, the fact that they could be in New Japan and treat Vader, a New Japan legend, like that, that is unacceptable. And people, of course, are going to defend this. They're, you know, and they're going to say that, yeah, has been and everything. Vader's washed up. And, you know, I'm sorry, that's not a valid claim. That's just really disrespectful, and they should be fucking ashamed of themselves. Somebody should fucking take these guys over their knee and fucking spank them. Well, you know, that's a little homosexual, but that's besides the motherfucking point, motherfuckers. We don't need to spank these guys, but these guys are, you know, it's like they think that they're the best, you know, and they're not. Far from it. You know, you put on a good acrobatic match, and that's it. What else have you given to the wrestling world? Not much. Not, you know, you're not really drawers. You're not really anything. You know, you're just a bunch of fucking punks, basically. Talented punks, but punks nonetheless, motherfuckers.